Good morning, Kairos kids. Happy October. Today we're going to try a new activity. Let's talk about what are some of your favorite things. Can you tell us what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? And what's your favorite Pokemon? So we all have favorite things. We all have favorite people that we love to spend time with, like our family or our friends. But what about God? Does God have favorite things, or does God have favorite people? Today's Bible story will answer the question. Let's find out in this animation.
The church showed favoritism. Today's Bible story comes from the book of James, chapter 2, verse 1 to 13. The early church had many leaders. They taught other believers, encouraged them to keep following Jesus, and corrected them when they sinned. One of these leaders was Jesus' half-brother, James, the son of Mary and Joseph. James was a leader in the Jerusalem church. He wrote a letter to the Jewish believers who had moved to many different places. He told them the way believers should live. People who trust Jesus show that they really believe in him by doing good and right things. One important right thing James taught is to not show favoritism. This means we should treat everyone the same. No person is more important or less important than any other person. James said, "Imagine you are meeting together and a man comes in wearing a gold ring and fancy clothes. Then a poor man in old, dirty clothes comes in too. Is it right to pay attention to the man in fancy clothes and give him a chair to sit in, but say to the poor man, 'Stand over there,' or 'Sit on the floor'? If you do this, you have treated one man better than the other." James said that God does not show favoritism. He does not treat rich people better than poor people, nor does he treat poor people better than rich people. God has a place in heaven for everyone who loves him. God taught us his law. Love your neighbor as yourself. Anyone who treats one person better than another person breaks God's law. James told the believers to show mercy to others because they had been shown mercy. They were sinners, but God forgave their sins through his son Jesus. James insisted, mercy triumphs over judgment.
So, as you can see, God doesn't have just one favorite group of people. James is trying to help believers understand how others should be able to see their faith in God by how they live. One way to live for God is by not showing favoritism. Sometimes it can be easier to treat certain people better, but God treats all people the same, whether they're rich or poor. He treats them generously with love. God is loving and kind. He's full of grace and mercy. This week, I hope and pray that his kindness will help you treat others with his love, generosity, and equality.